Hey everyone, Hyper91 here, and recently I went back to Target and got a new 2026 Thomas, this time with printed detail. So, since my review on him wasn't the most glowing last time, I am going to re-review him and compare him to the original Thomas that I got with the misprinting. And compare the quality on both toys because there are differences beyond just the misprinting on this Thomas's side. But I guess to start off, here are the boxes. They're basically the same, except I believe this is the newer one I got, since I was more careful with opening it, just in case if I did get another factory error. So this is in better shape compared to this box, where it's a bit more flimsy, and I believe you can see some rips on the side. The back of the boxes are basically the same, showing all the other characters you can get, which I only have Thomas, Percy, and Rosie currently. But yeah, let's get into the review of these guys because I don't think I did a proper review on Thomas when I first initially reviewed him. So first thing I'll say is that overall, like, proportions wise, I'll say he's pretty decent. Definitely the most on-model Thomas diecast since like 2013 in my opinion. Detailing on this guy is pretty good. He has rivet details, I think number one. His railing is molded in with like printed rails. They feel really nice. Molded lamp at the back that is not painted. Same for the whistle. But I'll say beyond that, they did a pretty good job with the detail, especially the lamp. I really like how the lamp looks here. I think out of all the 2026 characters, I think Thomas has one of my favorite faces. It's not too different from the original face, but it's still fresh enough to have like a new feel to it with like the slightly more rounder eyebrows and blue eyes. The only inherent flaw I think this Thomas has is that his chassis is a bit too high up, making him look really tall, especially compared to other characters. Like James, for an example. Since I'm assuming they're using the CGI models as reference, James should be taller than Thomas, but on the diecast, since Thomas's chassis is a bit too long, he is a smidge taller than James, which isn't really all that accurate. So I think if they made the chassis a bit shorter, which I believe is possible, I've seen customs fix up the chassis problem on this Thomas. But I'll say overall, I think Thomas is probably my favorite diecast I own so far. And I can say that confidently now because I actually have a good quality Thomas. Speaking of quality, let's compare him to the older Thomas I got with the misprint error. So obviously, when I got this Thomas like 2 weeks ago, he had a factory error where the printing here is printed in the wrong spot. It's not aligned perfectly with the windows or the tanks, and is slightly slanted down, adding insult to injury. While this Thomas does not have that problem. His printing for the most part is pretty good. Don't notice any glaring issues, but I do notice one minor printing issue, and it's on both of these guys, and it's on the boiler, where I think the lines are a bit too shaky. Faces look the same. I think there's a dent right here on his side tank, because when you run your finger on it, you could kind of feel like a little dent here. I believe it's like around here. You could kind of make it out. This Thomas does not have that dent. It's perfectly smooth here. And at the back, this Thomas here has a little air paint bubble right next to his lamp, which is not on this Thomas at all, as you can tell. And when it comes to the magnet connection test, he's pretty decent. And I'll say overall, he's pretty good. I think out of all the diecast I own so far, he is my favorite. And I'm happy I can say that with full confidence now because I got a pretty good quality looking Thomas. He looks nice next to all the other diecasts I have so far. But this was my review on the 2026 diecast Thomas. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.